Good morning, Chair Postman, members Garrett and Vollendroff, staff and guests. The lobbies are open and the recording has begun.
Thanks, Justin. Good morning, everybody. We'll convene the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board meeting for Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. Just a reminder for those in the boardroom, please silence cell phones, take any side conversations out because, you know, the room picks up a lot of noise. Our first agenda item is alcohol-related rulemaking. And I'll turn it over to Dr. Hoffman, Research Manager / Rules Emeritus.
Thank you and good morning, Chair Postman, board members Garrett and Vollendroff. I'm just going to provide a brief background on the rule hearing that's scheduled for today. And this proposal that's being heard today was initiated by a rule petition that was received in July of 2022 from a member of the Vancouver Elks, asking that the agency allow private clubs to add one additional membership drive per calendar quarter, for a total of 8 per year, and host a membership drive on 2 consecutive days during 1 quarter per calendar year. So the CR 101 on this, after the board accepted the petition, let me back up. Board accepted the petition in September of 2022, and we began rulemaking on March 29th of this year. We developed draft conceptual rules that were shared via Gov Delivery. Comment received on that was all positive. That comment period was open from May 3rd to May 17th, and that allowed us to bring a proposal to you that you accepted on July 5th. That set the public hearing for today. As I understand it, there was 1 public comment received through the board office this morning, largely in support of this proposal, and there have been no written comments provided to date. Any questions?
None for me. I think we got this one.
Great,
Thank you. So with that, we will open the public hearing on the private club membership drives, but we don't have anybody who's signed up.
Nobody virtually either, Chair.
And nobody in the room to testify on that. Seeing no.
Did sign up to testify on it.
On private club membership drives? Oh, well then step right up.
If I may.
Of course. Bailey Hirschberg.
Hi, Bailey Hirschberg, Washington Normal. Actually don't have a strong opinion on this, just really hope to take the opportunity to ask the board to support these types of possibilities legislatively for marijuana consumers as well. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And with that, then we will close the public hearing on rulemaking around private club membership drives. Which now takes us to our general public comment period. This is where anybody has up to 4 minutes to speak to the board. We do ask that you limit your comments to LC business as much as possible, refrain from personal attacks, going off topic. If you wander too far, I will try to step in to mention that. Ask you to be respectful to the speakers and everyone else who's present, whether virtually or in person. We won't stand for any disruptions to the meeting. And reminder for those of us in the room, the microphones that are in the ceiling here are super sensitive. They pick up crinkling paper, side conversations, all of those sorts of things. After I call your name, give you a second to get settled. When you have 30 seconds left, Dustin will step in to let you know, and then we'll ask you to finish right on the 4-minute mark. So with that, we'll start with those or the one who signed up to speak virtually, and that's Jim McCrae.
Good morning, Chair. Jim McCrae registered to speak, but is not online today.
Okay, that was the one, and we'll take him off then. And then in the room, I have one, which is Bailey Hirschberg. Or was that what?
No, I've got both. Am I good?
You're up. Good, please.
Bailey Hirschberg, still Washington Normal. I was just wanted to briefly congratulate Mary Sagawa on her retirement and appreciate that while the public health education liaison may not be a direct hire of the board, I'd like to encourage board members to be mindful about what they would like that role to accomplish for the agency. I've been trying to advocate for a consumer education group to kind of expand some of your guys' offerings. Obviously, that's something I'll still believe in, and we'll hope that whether that gets going this year or early next year with a new person, that that remains a priority. And just really encourage you guys to consider looking at this role less as the public health for people who don't use products that are regulated by the LCB, and think of it more as like the chief harm prevention officer for the people who want to drink and vape or anything else. You know, you need someone at the agency who can not just say, oh, that's not a great idea legally, or even that's may not be a great idea for health, but also put it into more of a social context and be like, well, that's why it might not be great for you, but also why it would be bad for people more generally. And I think a little more focus on, as I said, harm reduction, you know, issues of polydrug use, I know have been an increasing focus of board members. Someone who can not just articulate technically what those issues are and the problems with them, but also being good at engaging with members of the public and communicating that in a more, I guess, I'd say socialized context is something I think would be really valuable. So I hope you guys will keep that in mind.
Interesting. Thank you. Appreciate those comments. Okay, that's the last person I have signed up today. And that takes us to the end of the agenda. So we'll adjourn 8 minutes in. And we'll be back next week for a caucus. We're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
That was a short